Hello, my friends. Welcome to Walking While Gay, Volume 2, Episode 3. Well, it is a beautiful day today, and I've just come from the World Peace meeting that we have every month, the first Sunday of the month, at the San Fernando Valley Buddhist Center. And I decided to walk here and back, which is about a 40-minute walk each way. And I figured on the way back, I would do an episode of Walking While Gay, because I'm just feeling kind of inspired for the meeting and feeling really positive about my life and the direction that things are going. And to be honest, I really have to thank the Buddhist Center and the Buddhist organization SGI-USA that I belong to for kind of helping me move into this kind of more positive mental space. And it just got me thinking, I keep hearing a lot, on the news that we're having a crisis of loneliness, where because of, I guess, social media, advances in technology, things are happening in such a way that we feel like we're able to communicate with each other faster and more efficiently. But in a way, we're kind of doing it in our own silos, where we're not interacting with each other as much as we used to. And for me, because I've been thinking about this a lot recently, is I feel like after COVID, we all went through something traumatic with COVID. And no matter how you slice it, being isolated, not being able to go to your job and interact with people in the same way for such a long period of time, there's no way that doesn't have an impact on a person's psyche. So no wonder people have, gotten comfortable with talking about their mental health issues as a result. And I think that's a great thing. But I think that was only the first step, if that makes sense, where we've gotten to a place where people are comfortable talking about mental health issues and encouraging people to find somebody to talk to. But I don't know how many people have actually talked about what changes they've felt within themselves pre-COVID to now. Because it just feels, to me, everything feels different. I feel, I feel a little disconnected at times, a lot. But I think because I have been thinking about it, and I will say, that is the good thing about having a background as an actor and having been trained as an actor. You're trained to kind of study human behavior, figuring out how people came to the choices that they've made in their lives, or the character that you're playing. You kind of look into what their psyche is without judging, because you can't really play a character that you're judging. So having that background, I think I kind of automatically started doing that for myself when I was recognizing just how stressed out the whole experience was. But now that we are post-COVID, I feel like certain things have been ingrained in people, and they don't necessarily know how to kind of course correct, if that makes any sense. So for me, I think it's really important to really become much more self-aware in terms of how you're handling things, how you're responding to things, and just seeing if that's kind of how you've normally done it, or is this something new? Is this something new that you want to incorporate into your life and how you're living? Or just becoming aware of it gives you the opportunity to, like I said, course correct. But what's really kind of been on my mind a lot, and I think it's also inspired from coming from the Kozen-Rufu Gangyo, or World Peace Meeting. I had such a good time because I was there with other people from my district that I knew. We sat together, we were chanting together, we were listening to guidance and different activities, like people joining the organization, starting their Buddhist practice, and people giving experiences, and you can kind of relate to those experiences. And when I left and it was funny because different people that I was talking to in my district who were there, we were all kind of just commenting on how really great the meeting was. And then I left the Buddhist Center and started my walk home. And I really have been thinking, you know what? It's important, especially coming off of this COVID situation. I think it's really important that we all find a place where we feel like we belong. So for me, it's obviously the San Fernando Valley Buddhist Center and the SGI-USA has become for me that place where I feel like I belong, because the people, and I've said this many times, the people in the SGI-USA, honestly, they're some of the nicest people I have ever met. I always thought of myself as a positive person, but my God, these people are really positive. And the more they're involved in the practice, and people are celebrating like 30, 40 years of being Buddhists in this organization. So I don't care what people say about any religious organization, for that matter, or any group. If somebody's involved in it for 30 or 40 years, something has to be working, or these people would be gone. But so many people. I just, on February 25th, began my 8th year as an SGI-USA Nichiren Buddhist. But I feel like I'm still new to all the things that, because there's so much to read. But I feel like I'm still new compared to these people who have been doing this for 30 or 40 years. And at the same time, they're also positive. And when, so many people, leaders in the SGI-USA in the zone that I belong to, they lost their homes. They lost everything. And they're more positive than I am about the whole fire situation, because they've lost everything, and they're saying this is an opportunity to prove the power of the practice. And they've just been so inspiring in terms of how they've handled the loss in their lives, with really deciding they're going to be a force of positivity instead of getting lost in their pain and their loss. And for me, that's inspiring because it reminds me life is going to happen. You're going to have problems, issues are going to come up, but if you can take a positive approach to it and a never give up kind of mentality, then you can really transform your life. So, again, I'm not saying, oh, hey, everybody join SGI-USA, but if you are, especially if you're a youth and you're looking for kind of direction, I would totally recommend SGI-USA as an organization because they're about world peace. They're about creating happiness for yourself and others. But I don't want to limit it to just, oh, this is an infomercial for SGI-USA. I'm saying find a place for you to feel like you belong no matter who you are. If you are spiritually minded, if you're interested in Buddhism, hey, check out SGI-USA. If you're a Christian, find a church that works for you. If you're an atheist, find an organization that you can connect with that involves something that you're passionate about. I mean, we're going through so much stuff right now with this new administration. It doesn't hurt to find a group to get involved with. If you belong to a union, they have constituency groups for everybody that you can join and become a part of and become active in. So if it doesn't matter what it is, whether you have a faith-based belief system, you can go that route. If you don't have a faith-based system, there are groups, there are organizations you can join so that you're not just staying at home feeling stuck, but that you have people that you can talk to. I mean, for me, I'm going to keep talking about the SGI-USA because that's what I'm involved with. But I have a large number of people that when I'm in a crisis, I can reach out to them for guidance on how to kind of move through it or just for emotional support. And I will tell you, there is nothing that can replace feeling valued, feeling seen and heard by a group of people. So, I don't know, I'm having a bit of a rant, but I just had such a great time at this Cousin Rufu Gangyo, and it really helped me gain a perspective on all of the craziness that is happening in this country right now and in the world, where we're all seemingly under attack by these people who want to divide us and have us hating each other so that we don't look at what they're doing, which is trying to cut services to us so that they can give tax cuts to wealthy people. That is just so disgusting. But for me, the only way to combat that is to do whatever things I feel I can do, whether it's, boycotting PBS, which is what I've done, or joining the Target fast to boycott Target. Those things, for me, help me to feel like I have some autonomy. I have some power, and my voice is being heard in a way. And I think it's really important. And even if you don't want to be involved in the whole politics that are going on, just having somebody to talk to about these things, because it may impact you, it may not, but to have somebody that you can talk to, that you can trust, is invaluable. So, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this, and I really do encourage you guys, find a group that speaks to you that you can join so that you don't feel so alone. And I think it'll help no matter, what the organization is. Ideally, you want to join something that's not about creating violence or harming other people, but it really is important that you recognize that you're not alone and we're all in this together, and we will survive all of these changes and hopefully come out the better for it. Okay, so that's it for me for now. You guys have a wonderful day and be good to yourselves. Bisous.